Have you heard about the term safety is our first priority, or safety first for short? Absolutely, safety is one of the major responsibility for auto manufacturer. We use this tool to move from point A to point B for almost every day. So how can we go from car that can kill you, to car that can save your life? The year 1886 is considered the birth year of the automobile, when German Karl Benz patented his Benz patent Motorwagen. He is widely credited as the car's inventor. His love of bicycling inspired him to build this vehicle, and his first design was based on a tricycle. The Motorwagen, Benz's three-wheeled automobile, could seat 2 people. But in that time the main point is to move from A to B while using an engine and not by your foot, bicycle or horse. Ray Harroun fitted a mirror to his Marmon race car in 1911. Elmer Berger got the first patent for an automotive mirror in 1921, and he is generally credited with being the device's creator, despite the fact that he is commonly credited with being the first person to utilize a mirror. Side view mirrors were regularly installed on front fenders, side-mounted spare tires, and even the driver's doorframe. They are typically positioned near a car pillar in the current movement of contemporary machines. It was just a regular house window with a glass pane. It was a divided pane of glass, so the driver could fold the top half down when it grew dirty. As the use of automobiles increased, so did the incidence of injuries. After an accident, it became common for drivers to be hurt by flying glass, leading the development of the first windscreen in 1904. The Ford Motor Company began utilizing laminated glass in late 1919, and it would become a standard feature in all Fords over the next 10 years. The next step is to use tempered glass. Pittsburgh Plate made a significant breakthrough in 1938 when it developed tempered glass, which was significantly more shatter-resistant than regular glass. Despite its superior properties, Herculite glass was thinner and less expensive to produce than laminated glass. Buckling up keeps you safe and secure inside your vehicle, however neglecting to do so might result in you being ejected from the vehicle or just like inside of washing machine, which is most fatal in the event of an accident. In 1959, Niels Bohlin, a Volvo engineer, invented the modern 3-point seatbelt. Despite the fact that the concept was patented, the company decided to keep the patent open, allowing any car manufacturer to use it for free. It has also aided millions of other road users in avoiding or minimizing their injuries. 3-point seatbelts are now required in all vehicles, trucks, and buses. The airbag acts as a barrier between the occupants of the vehicle and the steering wheel, instrument panel, body pillar, headliner, and windshield. The airbag electronic controller unit receives critical information from the vehicle's crash sensors during a collision, such as collision type, angle, and impact severity. The crash algorithm in the airbag ECU analyzes this data to determine if the collision meets the criteria for deployment, and then activates various firing circuits to deploy one or more airbag modules within the vehicle. Alan Breed held the patent for the only crash sensing technology available at a time when the airbag industry was just getting started. With his sensor and safety system, Breed invented the world's first electromechanical airbag system for automobiles in 1968, while airbag precursors have been the subject of rudimentary patents since the 1950s. As early as 1951, German Walter Linderer and American John Hetrick filed patent applications. Instead of a rigid frame from beginning to end, the goal is to create soft and flexible zones in the front and back of the vehicle that collapse in a crash, absorbing the impact energy. Meanwhile, the passengers are kept safe in a rigid compartment in the center of the car that is both strong enough to protect them and far enough away from the crash site to spread the energy and insulate the passengers from the impact shock. Because of computers, automobiles are now safer than they have ever been. Sensors that detect a problem in a microsecond activate airbags, computer-assisted braking, backup cameras, lane departure warning system, electronic stability control and other features, such as releasing airbags in the event of a collision before the accident occurs. The quantity of standard advanced accident avoidance systems, as well as crash test data from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, and the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety, are utilized to compute safety scores. It may seem self-evident, but the easiest accident to prevent is one that never happens. The top 3 safest car are: Genesis G70, Tesla Model 3, Volvo XC40. The number of motor vehicle deaths in the United States from 1913 to 2019. Automobiles, trucks, buses, and motorcycles are all included. There were about 1.3 million vehicle and 2 million drivers in 1913, with no estimate of the number of miles driven. Estimates for 2019 show that there are 276.5 million vehicle on the road, 231 million licensed drivers, and 3,262 billion miles driven each year. The population motor vehicle death rate peaked in 1937, with 30.8 deaths per 100,000 people. The current rate is 11.9 per 100,000, a 61% improvement. In 1913, 33.38 people died for every 10,000 vehicle on the road. The death rate in 2019 was 1.41 per 10,000 vehicle, a 96% improvement. As drivers and passengers, it is our collective responsibility to strive for car safety. Although not every accident can be totally avoided, we as consumers can make informed decisions by selecting a safe vehicle and operating it appropriately for ourselves and our families. Automobile manufacturers began to place a greater emphasis on enhancing vehicle safety and avoiding injuries and deaths. It's impossible to overestimate how far automobile safety has progressed in recent decades. For more video like this, as always, click the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell.